What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast, all right? We're going to get into some wrestling talk, but before we do, this episode is brought to you by Laidback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, so you can check out UFC Fight Night that's going down all the way in Asia, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be live, you know what I mean? You can always do ESPN Plus, but why do that? Go Laidback TV. UFC is going to Paramount anyway. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, and did I mention you can go in your Apple Store and your Play Store for your Androids and your iPhones. You can go on your Fire Sticks, keep it at home, and you can check it on laidbacktv.com to get all the information that's needed. If you can't understand shit, you can ask them questions on their Instagram on official_laidbacktv, okay? So let's get into some motherfucking wrestling talk. Whoa! Yo, so much shit to digest, bro. But before we do, let's give a shout out. A huge shout out. And we must proceed with caution if we do it. Big shout out and congratulations to Naomi and Big Jim Uso. They having a baby, yo. So happy for them, man. Yo, that's a beautiful family. The bloodline continues. They go Netflix and chill. You already know what they do. So, shout out to them. But in the result of that, Naomi had to vacate the Women's World Championship. It's very interesting because we were supposed to get Naomi versus Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. Now it's all a question mark because we got 2 weeks left till we get there. 2 weeks left. And what happens in those 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that can play a part in the title picture. On Raw, to be exact. You know, you got Rhea Ripley over there. You got Asuka. You got Kairi Sane. You have Io Sky. It's going to be interesting. Because you can't fuck over Stephanie. She won the Battle Royal fair and square. She's been out of action since that weekend where she wrestled 3 times on SmackDown, Worlds Collide, and a WWE Evolution. 2 days. 3 matches in 2 days, yo. Shout out to her. Hope she's resting well prepared. I mean, who gets the match? You know what I mean? Who gets the match? I mean, you can't put Rhea in there. She got pinned by Naomi at SummerSlam. You can't put Io there. She just got pinned by Roxanne. Word has it that there's some high conversations for Raquel Rodriguez to be Women's World Champion finally. I mean, she's been dropping a lot of matches. I think it's maybe time. I think it's a little too soon for Stephanie to actually win the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, look at her. She came straight from NXT where she was a double champion. You know what I'm saying? The Women's North American Champion and the Women's NXT Champion. Not to say she can't be a champion, but this is a little too soon. A little too soon. But we need somebody who's going to give her that A-class partnership in the ring. You know, that's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? Hell, in my opinion, it could be 2 people. You know what I'm saying? 2 people who should get a shot. Raquel Rodriguez, I think it's really depending on what's the storyline if you do give her a shot. Yeah, I mean, she just got pinned by Io Sky. So, how does she get in there? It's a question mark. Everybody's wondering when is Bianca Belair gonna come back. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she won the Elimination Chamber that was allowing her to challenge for the Raw title, which was the Women's World Championship, but not giving her an official announcement that she was on Raw because she was on SmackDown. You know what I mean? She's been out of action since WrestleMania in that triple threat match in the Women's World Championship. She can always make her way back, or you can give a shot to the person who pinned Io Sky, who was supposed to get a title shot, which was Roxanne Perez. It's very complicated where you go right here, because certain people can make an argument that they earned a shot, some people can't, you know. And we've seen the Stephanie Vaquer versus Roxanne Perez match already. which was a good match in NXT. But should we see it again? I don't know. Hopefully, Adam Pearce, Triple H, all the producers, they creative team, they got some kind of, little plan to go with this one. You know what I mean? I mean, don't stress it too much. And, it's a beautiful moment for Naomi and Big Jim Uso. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think they'll be okay. It's official. Sami Zayn has moved on to SmackDown. After being on Raw, having a few world title shots against Gunther, winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania last year, then dropping it on SummerSlam to Braun Breaker, but now he's on SmackDown. And they did this whole storyline that he was trying to become a world champion, but since he's got to make his way up because he didn't get that opportunity, he's going to go for a belt that he's never won, which is the U.S. Championship, which he already owns a win over Solo Sikoa. Some people don't like it. Some people think he should switch up his style in order to get in the world title picture. Personally, I think if Sammy's going to be a world champion, I don't see it being a babyface. And I could be wrong. Just feel like he could have been a heel. There was moments where he could have heel turned, But we'll see, Maybe that's going to be a U.S. title match that they're going to add at Clash in Paris. You know what I'm saying? I think they have like 2 more slots since Sheamus and Rusev are going to go round 3. Let me see. Speaking of heel turns, Bayley is teasing a possible heel turn again. Do I like her as a heel turn? Kind of. I mean, when she switched over to babyface, look what happened. Last year, she won the Royal Rumble. She exited from the Damage Control. Won the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania and took it all the way to SummerSlam, where she dropped the belt to Nia Jax. So, Bayley heel turn is well accomplished. Before she got injured and was out for a year, she was tag team champion and SmackDown Women's Champion at the same time. Held the SmackDown title for pretty long before dropping it to, I believe it was Sasha Banks. But let's see where we go from there. What else we got? We got. Oh, this one's a little bit interesting because I'm starting to get in agreement with over there, everyone over there at the Busted Open family. Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca. So Natalya just challenged Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship, the Women's IC title, and dropped the match due to Disarmor. But she came in her persona as Natalya. Natalya hasn't won a singles belt in 8 years. And, before I saw Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca say this on record, I got kind of used to the low-key legend, Natty. That MMA persona she's been doing over there at AAA and over there at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. She's fucking killing it. I love this version of Natty. Natty is fucking unstoppable. She's giving fucking promos like no other. It's fucking amazing what she's doing. And they didn't use that. I hope they pay attention and see what the fans want. There were signs up there asking for low-key legend Natty. Yo, she looks like a fucking mafia mixed martial arts phenom. I think we're done with the Natalya look. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still a Hart. She's still the daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the niece of Bret and Owen Hart and British Bulldog and so forth. Hopefully the creative team listens, because I think we need to see Natty. I think we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, the original Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief. Wearing the Ula Fala and the Shula Fala. Yo, But the thing is, it's kind of obvious we're getting Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. What it's not obvious is that it should be Bronson getting put over. Personally, I think we should get that. There's a part of me that says that they're not, and there's a part of me that says they should. They should, because Roman Reigns is about to go away and film Street Fighter for like a month. Okay, Cody Rhodes is also in the film. 50 Cent is in the film, and Roman got to film his part in September. You winning over Bronson. Bronson already dropped, a pinfall match at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Jey Uso pinned him, which I thought it would have made sense if they won that match. Bronson and Braun Breaker, they were undefeated as a tag team. So it doesn't make sense to lose at SummerSlam and then lose at Clash of Champions. I'm sorry, Clash in Paris, in a singles competition. This is a moment for Bronson Reed. I think he should, what would be so fucking cool if that, he beats Bronson, with interference, obviously, and he took that fucking glove that Roman rocks. You know what I'm saying? I think that will be like, I think it would make a lot more sense if they did that, But knowing them, Roman already dropped to Seth at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to do that with Clash of Paris, but I could be wrong. What we got? Oh, Dom was trying to be a double champion at AAA. He got a little slight interference. It was a 4-way match with El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee, Dom Mysterio, and Vikingo. Okay? I think I'm saying this name right. Hopefully I'm not demolishing it. And AJ Styles kind of eliminated. What I think they should do with Dom, they should make Dom. Dom should win. Like, that title should get dropped to Dom. Dom rocking the AAA Mega Championship and the Intercontinental Championship at the same time for at least a week or two is fucking numbers. They go crazy over these events at AAA with Dom. They love Dom. And Dom's a fucking heel. You know what I'm saying? That would fucking put asses in the seats. But I think the belt that should get dropped first is the IC title. I think eventually we get a rematch with AJ and him and at probably Bad Blood. But going into Bad Blood, AJ should be bring both belts. Bring both belts. You know what I'm saying? I think they should. I think that would make a perfect sense for Dom. Speaking of Paris, I know we got John Cena versus Logan Paul at Clash in Paris. But why do I feel like... Because that's obviously not going to be the main event. But why do I feel like we're going to get Brock Lesnar out of nowhere in Paris? Oui. That'd be interesting. Because obviously they're probably going to put over John against Logan. But it just seems complete. If it sells more if Brock shows up at at Clash in Paris, and we finish this situation at Bad Blood. Apparently that's what's going to be the September PLE, but that's just me. And then apparently there's some fatal 4-way turmoil going on, with Jey Uso, LA Knight, CM Punk, and Seth freaking Rollins. This is bad because we got 3 baby faces challenging a heel for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk wants to join forces against the Vision. Jey don't want it. LA Knight don't want it. And I feel like y'all gonna make a mistake because I see a GTS on LA Knight and Jey Uso come that match. I think Seth is still gonna pull away with the win, but I feel like CM Punk's gonna do the work for him and GTS both of them. And Seth is going to find a way to get the win. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But before we get out of here, word on the fucking street. The legend. He was the El Ocho. Now he's the Nueve. The man himself. You know what I'm saying? Lionheart, you can call him. El Champion. I'm talking Chris fucking Jericho. The legend. First undisputed champion in history, beating The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night. Just say that. Apparently, his AEW contract is up in December. We haven't seen a bit of him in AEW. He missed out on All In, and he's going to miss out on All Out. Okay? So it's going to be kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But word is that he's kind of interested in possibly coming back to WWE, depending on the circumstances, what the conditions are. Personally, I think we should get that fucking Walls of Jericho song out of there. Break the Walls Down. We should not, we already had that as your debut. We already had that as your fucking second coming. We don't need that for your big return. I think what you did over in AEW was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Using the Fozzy music is perfect. Putting out new music with Fozzy. Make sure y'all go check it out. It's great music right now. I think their video's out as well. I think that's be perfect for Chris to come back as that. It will literally come with the left turn. I mean, look what Cody Rhodes have done. Cody didn't come back as dashing Cody Rhodes, undashing fucking Stardust. He came with his persona that he used in Ring of Honor, that he used in New Japan Pro Wrestling, that he used in TNA, and that he used in AEW, the American Nightmare. And he's better than ever. The ring gear is better than ever. The entrance music is better than ever. The entrance in general with the pyro is better than ever. It's literally, all the budget on steroids. Imagine Chris Jericho doing that. Perfect. And I think he accomplished everything he needed to in AEW. What else do you need to do? You know what I'm saying? I think they missed out on the sex gods, La Sex Gods, with him and Sammy Guevara. They should have been tag team champions. You know what I'm saying? When the inner circle was the inner circle. You know what I'm saying? I think that should have been the case. I think Chris Jericho could have at least won a little bit more titles. Probably TNT title. He did a great job with the Ring of Honor Championship. His little feuds right there with Mark Briscoe. He was our first AEW World Champion before dropping the belt to Jon Moxley. He did great. He don't need to do no more. He don't need to do no more. There's nothing really left to do in AEW. He's going to go win the Unified Championship. There's no international or continental titles no more. There's no continental classics anymore. It's fucking all that shit wasted. There's no rankings anymore. That shit was over. It just makes no sense. I think he should come back. He's got unfinished business in WWE. And, him showing up at the Royal Rumble 2026 in Riyadh? And Riyadh, they will put up that fucking money. They will put up that money. But that's just me. Till then, it's your boy Eddie Jackson. This is Drop That Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe and like the page. Comments if y'all want. Y'all can do what you want. I see them all. Okay? Just saying, all right? Y'all be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace!